All right, it is your strength and conditioning, and today it is all legs and core. A couple of things you're gonna need other than some dumbbells. If you have a workout bench or a chair, a staircase will also work. We're gonna do some one-legged squats. So we need something to use as a target. And if you happen to have a mini band, I want you to pull that out as well. If you do not have a mini band, no big deal, you can still do the exercise with or without it. But if you've got it, let's pull it out and use it. So before we get into our leg and core workout, we gotta warm up. So let's get started with our 10 jumping jacks. Whether you wanna do 10 high or 10 low impact jacks. Once you've done those, we're gonna alternate 10 front lunges. Keep the lunge nice and small. We just wanna get hips, knees, ankles warmed up, ready to rock and roll. But still keep those eyes up, posture nice and tall, abs are engaged, dropping that back knee down towards the floor, doing 10 lunges total, 5 on the left, 5 on the right. From there, we're gonna move into leg swings front to back. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, find a wall, a back of a chair, or a couch. If not, just get your eyes onto a focal point, swing the arms with the leg, keeping those abs nice and tight. We're gonna do 10 leg swings on each leg. And then once you have done your 10 leg swings, we're gonna come down onto the floor, high plank or push-up position. So we're on our hands and toes. Now, if you find getting right down onto the floor is not an option, you can always elevate your hands onto a workout bench, staircase, a nice solid coffee table. The higher you get those hands off the floor, the easier the move will be. So we're on our hands and toes. We're gonna take one leg. Step it nice and wide to the same hand. Take that hand, open up towards the ceiling. Set your foot back. Same thing on the other side. Eyes are gonna follow the hand so that we can open up through the shoulder, chest, and the hip. Doing 10 rotations total. So 5 on the left, and 5 on the right. Once you have done your 10 rotations, I want you to stay down on the floor in this nice high plank position, finishing off with either 10 plank toe taps or 10 plank jacks. So you can jump or step the feet out to the side. Either way, you got 10 reps total. And then we're gonna stand it up. We're gonna find our workout bench, our chair, our staircase, whatever we're using. And we get to start with our one-legged squats. All right, slide this off to the side. So we're gonna go for 40 seconds. 40 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And we're gonna do each leg twice. So you're gonna stand in front of your chair, workout bench, staircase, whatever you're using. And you're gonna stand out about a step or so from it. Eyes are gonna come straight ahead, and we're gonna lift one leg up off the floor. And I want you to think of pushing the hips back like you want to sit down. As soon as you feel that bench or chair just under the legs, I want you to squeeze your quads and glutes and stand up for me. All right, pick a leg. Here we go. One leg out in front, eyes are up. We're gonna push those hips back. And then come on up. So we don't get to sit right down onto the bench and relax. We wanna keep constant tension on that working leg. Eyes are on a focal point. It's gonna help with your balance. We're gonna keep those abs nice and tight and weight shifted back onto the heel of that working leg. And just take your time. There's no rush. If you need to put that foot down to regain some balance, go for it. Good, so I need about 3 more seconds, and we're gonna switch legs. Perfect. Give that leg a little shake out, but we gotta do the other side. All right, 3, 2, shoulders back, leg up. Let's sit those hips back. Just tap, woo, come on up. So again, the goal, I don't want you to sit and take all that tension off the leg. I want you simply to push those hips back as far as you can. Feel that bench or chair, and then pop it right back up. Now, the higher your chair, your bench, your coffee table, whatever you're using, the easier this will be because you don't have to get down as far. The lower, the more of a challenge it's gonna be because now you gotta sit further. All right, we got less than 10 seconds. This leg is not as good this morning. And we're gonna do each leg one more time. Nice. All right, one more time on each leg and then we're gonna move on. So back to that first side. Eyes are up, leg up. Tighten up those abs, let's sit those hips back. Good, weight on the heel of your foot. Now if you find doing this easy, you can always add some dumbbells, whether you hold on to 2, whether you hold on to 1, I'll leave that up to you, but that is a way to make this movement harder, or find something lower to the ground so that you have to sit down even deeper into that one-legged squat. All right, we got 10 seconds and one more round, and then we're gonna move on. Whew, one more rep. Here we go. Perfect, one more. And then we only get a 10-second break to move from the pistol squat to some monster walks. And this is where you can use your mini band if you have one. So we'll use the mini band next if you have it. If not, not a big deal. You can do the exact same move without it. The mini band's just gonna create more tension on those glutes. That's it. Good. So again, make sure your weight is shifted back onto that heel. Your abs are tight, your eyes are on something to focus on for balance. And then we got about 10 more seconds. If you have a mini band, I want you to put it on above the knee for me. If you don't, you're just gonna follow along, same thing, no band. Woo! All right, slide this back. Mini band on above the knee. We're gonna come down into a part squat position. And I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna step out on a 45-degree angle, come back to the middle. Step out, center, out, center, out. And then we do the exact same thing to go backwards. 45, together, 45, together. Keeping my eyes and chest up, abs are tight, I'm sitting those hips back. And the deeper I can sit down into my squat position, the more I'm gonna feel those glutes work. The more upright I stay, the easier it is. Same thing, if you're not using a mini band, your legs are doing the exact same thing as mine. Nothing changes. I need about one more second. Whew, we gotta do that 2 more times. So you can always change the type of band you're using, heavier or lighter if you need to. I'm gonna go in a bit of an angle here. Grab a seat. So 45 together, 45 together. Good. So hips are down, eyes and chest are up. And what we do forward, we do backwards. Good. Now, if you do not have a mini band, I would suggest you try and sit as deep as you can and make your steps as big as you can so that you can really challenge those glutes since you don't have the mini band to help you do that. I need about 5 more seconds, one more round, and we're gonna move on. Perfect. So after we do our last round of monster walks, we're gonna do some split lunges, and I'm gonna show you how you can use your bench or chair if you want. Grab a seat. So if you wanna make the split lunge a bit more of a challenge than just keeping both feet on the floor, you're gonna find your staircase, your workout bench, or your coffee table to elevate the back foot on. Again, 100% optional. Same thing with the weight. You do not have to hold on to dumbbells if you do not want to. I'm gonna go change my direction here a little bit. So you can use 2 dumbbells or 1, or go body weight for the split lunge. We got about 10 more seconds here. We're gonna quickly take off the mini band if you're using one. Don't throw it away. We still have one more move to use with it. Whew, all right, split lunge. So option 1, we keep one foot on the floor, one foot back, shoulders back. We drop the back knee and we come up. We got 2 dumbbells, we've got 1, or we go body weight. If you need that added challenge, you're gonna find your bench or chair, you're gonna elevate your back foot. Chest is still up, dropping that back knee, come on up. It allows for a much deeper position in the lunge. Nothing else changes other than that back foot being elevated. Again, 2 dumbbells, 1 or none. I'm gonna finish this one off body weight. We got 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna switch legs. Good. In 3, 2, Perfect. All right, so whatever you did on the first leg, we gotta do on the second. You can make any changes for round 2. So I'm gonna elevate that back foot again for me. Chest is up, abs are tight. I'm gonna drop that back knee down. Good. Eyes are straight ahead. My weight is still through the heel of my front foot. I could hold on to 2 dumbbells, 1, or stick body weight. You can do as many as you can with that back foot elevated. And then when you've had enough, simply drop it down onto the floor and finish off from that position. All right, my friends, we got about 12 seconds left. We're gonna do each leg one more time before we get to move on. Whew. In 3, 2, oh. All right, I'm gonna grab some dumbbells for me for round 2. I'm gonna keep my back foot elevated. You do not have to. All right, here we go. Shoulders back, drop that knee. Nice, and take your time. There's no rush. You don't have to do a certain number of reps within the 40 seconds. I'd rather you go slow, keeping good form. Take an extra second at the top before you drop down into that next rep. You got it. I need about 15 more seconds. We got one more leg to do, and then we get to move on. We got some deadlifts coming up next. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. All right, one more leg. 3 seconds, get yourself set up, either on the floor or that back foot elevated, shoulders back, abs are nice and tight, keeping your weight through the heel of your front foot. Nice. Take your time, take an extra pause at the top, drop down into that next rep, good. You can always start with weight, finish off body weight. Go from 2 dumbbells down to 1, 1 down to body weight if you need to. Once we are done our split lunge, feel free to grab some water if you need it. We're gonna need 2 dumbbells or 1 kettlebell for deadlifts. Whew, in 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it out. Nice work. Those get the heart rate going. All right, we got deadlifts. 2 dumbbells, 1 kettlebell, whatever you got. Hands in front, knees soft. Pull your shoulders back. Push your butt back. Shave the legs with your weight. Feel that nice stretch in the hamstring. And I want you to squeeze your glutes as you stand back up. Make sure you're keeping that neutral spine as you come over or as you fold forward. Make sure you're not letting the shoulders come forward, the back round out, and you end up with a rounded back. Hips back, shoulders back. We got less than 10 seconds. And we gotta do this 3 more times. Oh, sorry, 2 more times. 3 rounds total. Whew. Nice. Now, if you wanna make your weight change for round 2, go for it. You got about 5 seconds left in your rest. Let's get set up here again. Hands in front, shoulders pulled back, push your butt back. Good. Think of making a butt print in the wall behind you. I do not care how low you get towards the shoelaces. As long as you're feeling a nice stretch into the hamstring, up into the glutes, and then using those nice, strong glutes to help stand back up. Good, eyes are up. I'm not looking down at my feet. My eyes are kind of down and in front, almost on a 45-degree angle. We got 10 more seconds. We're gonna do the deadlifts one last time. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. One more. And then we're gonna keep with our weights. Oh man, my heart rate is up this morning. Alrighty, here we go. Last one. Shoulders back, knees soft. Push that butt out. Get that nice stretch. And you may find on round 3, you can get a little deeper than you did on round 1, and that's good. As you get more warmed up in that particular exercise, in that particular range of motion, that range of motion should and might increase. Nice, all right, 15 seconds, my friends. We got good old-fashioned squats coming up. So still using 2 dumbbells if you can. If not, you can use 1 or go body weight. All right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good. So keep your 2 weights or go heavier or go lighter. We're gonna keep them right down by your side. Feet about hip width apart or a little bit wider. Shoulders are gonna stay pulled back, eyes straight ahead. So from here, we're gonna sit back into our invisible chair. Push the floor away with our feet, squeezing those glutes on the way up. You got it. You can start with 2 dumbbells. You can then drop down to 1, holding it goblet style. You can then drop down, just make a fist in front and go body weight. And again, as we get more warmed up in your squat, I want you to see if you can sit a little bit deeper. Still keeping eyes and chest up and abs nice and tight. There's less than 10 seconds and we gotta do this 2 more times. In 4, 3, 2, and relax. 1 down, 2 to go. Make a weight change. Do you need to go heavier? Do you need to go lighter? Up to you. In 3, 2, shoulders pulled back. Here we go. Grab a seat. Come on up. Make sure too, as you squat, you're not allowing those knees to come in and then back out. I want you to think of almost pushing the knees out slightly as you sit down into the squat. We want to make sure the knee is tracking properly over the toe as you sit. Good. Drop down and wait if you need to. I need about 15 more seconds and 1 more round. Perfect. Good. We're gonna do 1 more move for the legs and then we get to finish off with abs. And we're gonna use the mini band again if you have one. In 3, 2, perfect. All right, 1 more time with the squat. And then we're gonna quickly find the mini band if you have it. And you can either put it above or below the knee for this one. All right, you ready? Here we go. Set it back. So the next move coming up is we're gonna do lateral squat walks. So if you have the mini band on above the knee, it's gonna be a little bit easier than if you have the band around the shins. The shins are gonna create more tension because we're creating a longer lever with our tension. Oh man, 15 seconds. And again, if you don't have a mini band, not a big deal. You're gonna keep doing the same movement just without the band. All I would challenge you to do is sit deeper into the squat and make your lateral steps bigger. In 3, 2, whew. All right, find that band. If you have it, throw it on above or below the knee. I will do a bit of both for you. So feet a little bit wide, get some tension. Grab a seat, here we go. Step it out, together, and then same thing back, out. So the lower we can stay in our squat, the bigger we can make those side steps, the more tension we're gonna create on those glutes. But I still want you to keep that tall posture. So I'm not looking down at the floor, I'm not all hunched over, chest is up, my abs are nice and tight, my eyes are straight ahead. Good. I need about 10 more seconds. We're gonna do this 2 more times. If you wanna go heavier or lighter with your band, if you wanna go from above the knee to below the knee, in 3, 2, whoo. All right, I'm gonna drop it down to around my shins. So again, that's gonna create a little bit more tension on those glutes. Let's grab a seat again. Step it out. So you may find when you go down around the shins, you're not able to step out as wide, and that's okay. But I still want you to sit as deep as you can, so keeping eyes up and abs nice and tight. You got it. Sometimes mine likes to wander. Good. Now, if you find, holy smokes, you need to take a little bit of a break, take it, and then sit back down and keep going, my friends. We got 10 more seconds and 1 more round. We are almost there. Whoo, wowzers. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we gotta do that 1 more time. And then we're gonna give these legs a rest. We're gonna hit the deck, and we're gonna finish off with some core work. All right, are you ready? Grab a seat for me. Band either above or below the knee, you choose. Eyes are straight ahead. Holy smokes. I'm gonna move this above my knee. Here we go. Let's make that change so I can keep going. Good. Whew. Wow. That is on fire today. I need about 15 more seconds. We're gonna come down on the floor on your back. So grab your mat. We're gonna do 2 rounds of abdominal leg raises, followed by 2 rounds of a hip lift with a twist. All right, in 4, 3, 2. Let's kick that band off. And hit the deck for me. All right, so we're on our back. Hands under the hips for me. Legs straight up to the ceiling. Pushing your back down into the floor. Now, option 1 is to lower both legs and then use those nice deep lower abdominals to pull the legs back up. Option 2, alternate singles. Same thing, using those abs to pull the legs back up, just a little bit easier. Option 3, lift the shoulders up. You can still keep the hands under the hips, or you can bring the hands behind the head. This will create even a little bit more tension than keeping the shoulders down. Good. So you got lots of choices here. Lower the legs as far as what's comfortable, keeping that back pushed down into the floor, because we gotta do that one more time. And then I'm gonna show you this hip lift with the rotation. All right, legs up. Shoulders are either up or down. You're gonna lower 1 or 2 legs at a time. Does not matter, because everybody is gonna use those lower abdominals to pull those legs back up to the ceiling, keeping that back pushed down into the floor. Nice work. Now, when we go into the hip lift with the twist, we're gonna keep those shoulders down, and we're gonna keep the hands tucked under the hips. And it's not a huge movement, and I'll show you a couple of options just in case. Whew. There it is. All right, so hands are under, hips are up, or feet are up. So as we lift the hips, we're gonna do a little twist, come back down. Do a little twist, come back down. Good. I want you to give it a try, even if you just do 1 rep. And then if you're like, oh my gosh, then take the twist out and just do the hip lift. So that is your alternative. But I want you to try and do at least 1 twist. Really using those obliques to rotate the hips. You got it. And just bringing those hips back down onto the floor. We're not lowering the legs to the floor. We're gonna keep those heels up to the ceiling. There it is. All right, we gotta do that 1 more time and then we get to move on. My goodness, I am sweating buckets today. All right, you ready? Here we go, up. Now, from here, we're gonna come into a kneeling position and we're gonna do something called a Turkish hinge. So you can do this 100% body weight, or you can grab 1 dumbbell that you can hold overhead. And we're gonna do each side, left and right, twice. And I'll show you how to get set up in about 10 seconds. Good, keep going. Whew. Perfect, all right, sticking with our oblique work. I'm gonna give my timer a bit of a pause. I need 1 dumbbell, but you've gotta be able to lock your arm up and overhead with it. So I'm gonna bring my right leg out in front on about a 45 degree, which means I'm gonna have my weight in my right hand. So what's gonna happen from here is I'm gonna take this hip, I'm gonna push it back like I wanna sit on my heel, keeping my eyes to the ceiling, bringing this hand to the floor. So I've got 6 o'clock and I've got 12 o'clock. And then I'm gonna come back up. So what's happening is I come down into this position, I'm gonna get stretched through this oblique. This is the oblique that's gonna pull me back up. All right, in 4 seconds, we're gonna rock and roll. So lock that elbow out. Hand comes down, eyes are up, push your butt back, and then come on up. It is not a big move whatsoever, but we're pushing the hips back in order to get our hand to the floor. If you can come down and just touch the fingertips, perfect. If you can get your palm right down to the floor, great. Whatever works for you, so that you can feel that oblique working. Nice, and again, take your time. If you find that you just need more padding for your knee, roll your mat up 2 or 3 times, or grab a pillow. 3, 2, awesome. Same thing, other side. So I'm just gonna switch my legs up, switch my hands up. So again, my legs out on about a 45. I'm gonna lock my elbow, other hand down. push my hip back, bring my hand to the floor, get that stretch through the oblique, and then stand back up. Good. You got it. And again, take your time with it. There's no rush. I'm gonna do this one a bit more from the side here. So sit back, come on up. Good. And then on round 2, so we gotta do each side one more time. If you wanna go heavier or lighter with your weight, you can do that. I need about 10 more seconds here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, I'm gonna fold my mat up here a little bit more, and I'm gonna switch my legs. All right, each side, one more time. Arm is up, lock it out, hand is down. Push your butt back. Keep your eyes to the ceiling. I want you to feel that little stretch to the obliques. Use those muscles to get you back up nice and tall. Take an extra pause here if you need to before you go into the next rep. Nice work. We've only got one exercise left after we've done 4 rounds of our Turkish hinge. 10 more seconds here, we'll switch sides, and we get to finish on the floor on our back. And you can go with or without a weight for our last move. There it is. All right, last round. So again, just make sure that leg is out on about a 45-degree angle, and we're gonna lock that elbow out. Push that hip back. Good. Come on up. I'll do this side from the side. Good. That's it. So once we've done 40 seconds on this side, we are simply going to do some sit-ups. Like I said, you can add a weight if you want, or you can go 100% body weight. But we're gonna come down on the floor, on our back. Straighter legs will be a little bit easier, or you can pull the knees in, keeping your feet flat on the floor for more of a challenge. I need about 5 more seconds here, and then we'll get set up for the sit-up. Perfect. All right, on your back. Like I said, with or without a weight. And if you're using a weight, you're gonna keep it nice and tight to the chest for me. All right. So we're gonna push our back down into the floor. We're gonna use our abs to lift the shoulders, sit up as high as we can, roll back down under control. Take your time. You can hold the dumbbell this way, keeping it close, or rest it on the chest and kind of cross your arms and hold it this way. Couple of options there. And like I said, the straighter you keep the legs, a little bit easier to sit yourself up. The more you bend those knees in, more of a challenge. Oh, Nelly. Good. All right, we got less than 10 seconds. We got to do this 2 more times. Woo. Perfect. Now, if you want to make a weight change, heavier or lighter, go for it. Or if you want to do the last 2 reps body weight, you can do that as well. All right, 3, 2, here we go. Roll it down, drive that back down. I really want you to feel what those abdominals are doing. I want you to feel them contract as you push your back down into the mat. Feel the shoulders lift because of that contraction, and then just driving that belly button down even further into your spine to sit up as high as you can. You got it. Again, take your time. There's no set number of reps I need you to do. I'd rather you go slow, controlled, and feeling what those abdominals are doing than just flailing yourself up just for the sake of sitting up. Good. I need 1 more. That is it, and then we get to stretch. I need 40 more seconds, my friends, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. On up. Good. I'm gonna straighten my legs out a little bit more. Perfect. You got it. You can always start with the weight, set the weight off to the side, finish off body weight if you need to. There's lots of choices. Good. Come on, let's finish this off strong. I need about 15 more seconds. And then we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna start our stretches. Actually, no, I'm gonna change my mind. We're gonna start our stretches on our back. In our nice T position, we'll do hips and lower back first. Woo, perfect. Get that out of the way. And then I want you to come right down on your mat, on your back. Bend the knees in for me, bring those arms out to the side. Drop your knees either to the left or to the right and hold it here. If you want to go deeper into that hip stretch, I want you to extend the top leg out, doing your best to still keep that other arm, opposite arm down on the floor, which is only going to stretch out through the chest and shoulder. Good. And then when any tension has faded away, I simply want you to do the same thing on the other side. So start with the knees stacked, and then if you want to go deeper, you're going to extend through that top leg. And if you find one side feels a lot tighter than the other, I want you to go back and do that tighter side again. Once you have done both of your T stretches, bring those feet or knees back to center. Bring one leg up, grabbing either above or below the knee or the toe, but the goal is to get that leg as straight as you can. If you need to go deeper into your hamstring stretch, then extend the opposite leg. Good. And again, with each exhale, we just let that tension in the hamstring go. And then we switch sides whenever we are ready. Grabbing either above or below the knee or the toe. Only extending that opposite leg if we gotta go deeper into that leg stretch or hamstring stretch. Once you have done both hamstrings, we're gonna flow right into our figure four. So we get to cross an ankle over a knee. You can either push that knee away with the hand or grab onto the uncrossed leg for a deeper hip stretch. Again, with each exhale, let any tension in that hip just go. And then we'll simply just switch sides whenever you're ready, either pushing that knee away with the hand or grabbing onto the uncrossed leg and pulling in. Nice. From here, we get to rock and roll. We get to sit all the way up. Whew, we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together. Let's give our inner legs a quick little stretch. Grabbing onto those ankles. You can let gravity do its thing, or you can push down with the elbows for a deeper stretch. And then we're gonna get our hips and lower back one more time. Spinal twist, one leg out, cross the other leg over, give that knee a nice big hug, twist to look behind you. And again, with each exhale, see if you can go deeper into that rotation, getting in through the hip and lower back, and then switching sides whenever you are ready. Once you have done both sides, we're gonna flip ourselves over into our tabletop position. So we're on our hands, we're on our knees, and we're gonna push our hips up into the air to a down dog position. So hips are up, heels come down. Feel free to pedal out the feet if that helps you feel the calf stretch a little bit better, or just hold both ankles or heels down as much as you can. Head comes between those shoulders, and then we're gonna walk our feet between the hands. We're gonna hang like a rag doll. We're gonna round out through the back, opening up through those shoulder blades, and then slowly standing it up vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing those shoulders down and back. We're gonna interlace those hands, and let's open up through the chest and the shoulders. Good. You got it. And then from here, we're gonna bring one arm across, a nice shoulder stretch around the back of the arm. Feel free to play around with the angle so that you can feel that stretch, and then just switching sides whenever you're ready. Even though we did strictly lower body, I like to stretch out everything. We're gonna give our triceps a quick stretch here as well. Give yourself a pat on the back, push that elbow back for me, and then simply switching sides whenever you are ready. We got one last stretch to do, which is our quads. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, find a wall, the back of a chair, whatever is close, but grab an ankle, glue the knees together, and then I want you to push that hip forward. I want you to feel that stretch come right up into the hip flexor. And again, hold it until any tension in that quad just fades away. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Knees together, push that hip forward. And once you have done both sides, you are done, my friends. Job well done on this lower body and core workout today. Have an amazing rest of the day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next workout.